some of the applications that you had mentioned to me that you have used to overcome those barriers to reading and writing. Talk to us a little bit about how these things work.
There we go.
All right. Read Iris is the program that will take a photo of a document that gets handed to you, and then that gets exported to Claro PDF, and then Claro PDF would then read aloud to you. So, the packet for today, I took a picture of this earlier. So, this is the wrong application. Hold on.
Facilitator, David Mitchell, Administrator, Iowa Vocational Rehabilitation Services.
So did you take a picture of that with the iPad's camera?
Yep.
Okay.
So, Claro PDF will read documents that like teachers have pre-made and put on the internet, or if they haven't had time to do that, I just take a picture of it and bring it into this application. It will read it out to me.
Okay. And so just to explain a little bit to help folks understand, for persons who have reading barriers, a lot of times what they will do is in high school they have paraprofessionals who will read to them. Well, in the real work world, employers are not going to hire another person to read things to them, nor will colleges have another person sit there the entire time reading things for them. For some folks, hearing an external source read with them helps expedite the comprehension of the material that they are reading. Just hearing that external source. And so what programs like Read Iris and Claro PDF does is that it turns a device into a para, so to speak. And so they have that external source to read with them. So he's still having to do the work of reading, but it's just that external source that helps, because he's built in a different way where he needs to hear that external source instead of reading it, and we read it in our minds, right? So that is, so those are some of the things that helps him. The other programs, such as Read and Write Goal and Kurzweil, are also reading programs that can be loaded onto the iPad or onto a laptop or a computer desktop as well, which does the same thing. Each of those programs have what we call an optical character recognition program built into them, which is that OCR that Read Iris has. Claro doesn't have that OCR program built into it, and so that's why Ben uses both of those programs to work together. And then many folks nowadays have tablets such as the iPad. And oftentimes those tablets have the text-to-speech programs built into them, which is the TTS that's on there. And I've seen Ben use text-to-speech programs that are built right into the iPad to help you read that. So this is how he has used it.
Any Word or Google document or even internet site, just come in, highlight what you want to read.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator.
So as you can see, it's pretty accurate. And some of those readers have the ability, such as in Read and Write Gold and Kurzweil, where if you are the administrator or the teacher or the professor who has a reading material, you can actually go in there, and if they're pronouncing Des Moines, a lot of times these reading programs will say Des Moines, right? And the person who is putting it in that reading format can go in and change it to read it correctly. So those are just some of the solutions that Ben has used for his reading and writing needs. In order for the ability to use those programs, you need to then have your textbooks in an ebook format or an electronic format. So how do you plan on getting that
we've talked with the Iowa State people, and they have all their textbooks on Kurzweil. But in high school, I've used programs like, let's see here, Pearson eText. That's science textbooks, and all those have their perfect images of the textbook, and there's sound files for each section that we'll go and read through. And there's also Bookshare in conjunction with the app VoiceStream. So if they ever get copyright stuff figured out, I can just download stuff right to VoiceStream, and then I'll have it carrying around with me and just listen to history textbooks or whatever it would be.
So Bookshare and Learning Ally are a couple of places, as well as Pearson, that are online that persons with disabilities can apply for an account and get electronic formats of their textbooks. Oftentimes you can go directly to publishers, but that takes a little bit longer time. So what Ben has, and you have an appointment already scheduled, right, to meet with the disability coordinating office at Ames, where he's going to be attending Iowa State. And many colleges have these offices where students can apply for accommodations. And what that office will do is they will get an order written out to all their professors saying that he's going to need a list of the textbooks that they have for that class in an electronic format. And so every school is different, and that's why you have to meet with the disability office sooner than later so that they can get your books ready in an electronic format and follow their procedures in getting that request done. It doesn't mean that he's going to get a free textbook in an electronic format. He still has to purchase those books just like any other student would need to purchase those textbooks. It'll just be in an electronic format for him. And it'll be loaded on whatever account that school is going to go through, whether through Bookshare, Learning Ally, or if they're just going to turn it into an electronic format for him at the school and email it to him. That'll be worked out between them. But he needs it in that electronic format in order for the programs that he uses, the Claro PDF, to read to him. And VoiceStream is actually a program that can be loaded directly onto the iPad or to a laptop and used with the Bookshare account to read with him. And a lot of people love VoiceStream, I hear, because it has the most natural sounding voice out of any of the reading programs. And so that's really important to also remember too, because it takes time for us to, you know how when you record yourself talking and you play it back and you're like, that's not me, right? So it's the same thing as when you have to listen to a computerized or a computer generated voice and be able to get used to that also. So and VoiceStream seems to have the most pleasing voices online. So you also had mentioned to me about handwriting. So what are some of the barriers that you have in terms of, or some of the solutions that you have?
Basically the only solution for absolutely horrid handwriting that has no room for improvement is to not write. So, and along with that, there's the spelling component. So, these last several years since I got an iPad through the school, I haven't actually handwritten any of the reports or anything. It's all using the Apple software built in speech to text. So demonstrating that. Hello, my name is Ben Burright. Testing 1, 2, 3. one-page papers just talking to it. There's the occasional error. The other option for speech to text is the drag and dictate.
So drag and dictate is a little bit different from your typical speech-to-text program. It's a voice recognition program. And what it does is it's a little bit more robust. It controls it enables a person to use their voice to control the computer. So not only is it able to do dictation for the user, but it's also able to have the person put in commands. So if you say, open Microsoft Word on a computer, it'll open it for you. You don't have to use it. It virtually and essentially makes the person who wants to use a computer do not have to use it with their hands at all. And so that's what drag and dictate is. As far as PDF Expert, how do you use that?
Okay. So when given a document, I can again take pictures of it and bring it into here, or download from a shared site. There we go. Annotate. And so now that I've got this document, I can highlight, draw on it, whatever I need to do with it. And so I could fill out a worksheet on here and then email it to the teacher, and so then nobody has to try and read my handwriting.
And so when you are typing out a paper, a report, let's say, you would use programs such as Pages and Google Docs.
Yes.
And those are two free programs that are available. That you can access Google Docs from any type of device, and Pages is specifically for the Apple products. Right?
Yes.
And as far as note-taking is concerned, and I imagine that you're going to be doing a lot of note-taking when you go to Iowa State, how are you going to solve that?
Apple has a really good program, Notability. So just creating a document, and especially for lectures, it will record what's being said, and I can still also write in it or type. They're like, okay, so this is right, and then if I needed to make graph. So whether this is calculus or history, I can make any notes I need, or got a recording going so that I can come back and listen to it later.
Excellent. And that's Notability. Notability happens to be one of my most favorite note-taking applications as well. It's currently available only on the iPad and the MacBook right now, but I do know that they're in the process of making it available for the Android platform as well, but not yet. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed as far as when that'll be out, but I know that not everybody carries Apple products. And so, but Notability, the great thing about Notability is that when it syncs the things that he types down as far as notes are concerned, it also syncs the audio recording with that typed writing. So if you're in an all-day meeting or a conference such as this and you're taking notes with Notability and you wanted to come back and say, oh my gosh, what was the name of that application? And I have no idea when it was that they were speaking about it. Well, what you can do is you can touch anywhere on that page and it'll go right to that moment in time so that you can hear what great thing about that is that folks with ADHD or memory issues can use it so that they don't have to try and type or write down every single word that the speaker is saying, so that they can really be present in that moment in time to ask questions, to really understand and comprehend what it is that the class is saying, so that later on when they go back to their dorms or to their homes, they can then later listen and finish off their notes in that manner. Other things that you can do with Notability is emailing it and sending it back to yourself, and then or printing out the notes themselves, because some people still have to have that actual piece of paper to be able to study off of instead of sending it onto the iPad itself. And then there's also the built-in notes programs that's often available on tablets and so forth. I really recommend using tablets versus your smartphones, just because when you take notes, the bigger area seems to be more helpful for a lot of folks than trying to take notes on their phone and stuff like that. I often get teachers who say, well, they have an iPod or a smartphone, why don't they use that? And it's really not conducive to note taking. So the big thing is math. As an engineering student, I can't imagine having math as being one of the big areas of studies that you're going to have to do, and having math issues. Can you talk a little bit about the problem that you had with math and what solutions you have found for yourself?
My problem hasn't been comprehension. In high school I completed calculus 2, so I can understand it, but when teachers would give their worksheets that have 6 or 7 problems going over the same concept, it would just take me so long to do it that that plus a couple other pieces of homework, I wouldn't have time after school to do any extracurricular activities. So working with them, getting 504 in place so that I would do like 1 or 2 of each type, just to prove I understand it.
And Ben told me, and this is one of the huge things, and it's probably going to sound really simple, but it's one of the things that I have found remarkable and really hard to do, especially for students, is that he went in and he advocated for himself. And you talked to your teacher and asked them to find an alternative way to provide the answers and to show them that you knew how to do the problem, correct?
Yes, the general 504 is set up with parents and school teachers, but actually like how it's going to work in class, I have to go and set that up with each teacher individually.
And so for a lot of folks in Ben's situation, one of the applications that I have found with in working with students like Ben, who could probably rattle off the answer to 529 times 139 and tell you the answer, all the steps in between, oftentimes in classes, the teachers expect you to show, right? For Ben, he could just rattle off the answer because his brain, and here's where the real disability comes in, right? Because I have a brain that does not know how to carry over the 1 or the 2 and put all those things in line and so forth, right? Whereas Ben's brain does that automatically. So really, I'm the one with the disability here, because your brain is a lot more advanced and does those things automatically. My brain does not. And so I have to learn and know how to do all of the things in between, carrying that 1 over and putting things in a line. I need that in order to get to the answer. Ben's brain goes right to the answer, okay? At WebMath, this application it's free. It's online. You can go to webmath.com. And what it does is, let me show you real quick. So for example, this is webmath.com. I'll just write down some numbers. Let's see here. Let's do 55 times, oops. Let's see, I'm just going to do something real quick here. 55 times 11. And as you can see, it provides you with the explanation and
all one thing or another. Um,
And I think, if I can explain a little bit more, do you mean as in terms of universal design? So if you need an answer to something, it doesn't necessarily have to be, the answer doesn't necessarily have to be on paper and pen. It could be audio, it could be in the form of a video.
Yeah, like options for different learning styles, like whether the lectures do work or no, that's terrible, I never understand anything, and you'd be sat down, given, step-by-step worksheet and work through yourself, or
And I'm probably guilty of this myself, is that sometimes when I have a 5-year-old, and when I tell her to go clean her room, she has her own way of cleaning her room, and I'm used to, make her clean it in a certain way, and I think, that answers to my question that, everybody has their own way of getting the end product. So thank you so much, Ben, and we want to leave some time to answer any questions. So we're going to until 12:30, correct? Okay, so let's show the video of the FRC competition.
Welcome to the first robotics competition and the 2017 game, First Steamworks! 2 adventurer clubs, alliances of 3 teams each, prepare for a long-distance airship race by collecting fuel to build steam pressure, installing gears to engage rotors, and climbing aboard for liftoff. The airship best prepared for flight when the launch timer reaches 0 wins. Matches begin with robots touching their Alliance Station wall. Teams may preload up to 10 fuel elements and 1 gear on each robot. Fuel is available in hoppers placed around the perimeter of the field. Additional fuel and gears are available at the Alliance loading station. During the first 15 seconds of the match, the robots are autonomous. They work to reach their baseline, score fuel in the boiler, or deliver gears to the airship. During the following 2-minute and 15-second teleoperated period, human drivers remotely control their robots. They continue to gather fuel from the field and the hoppers to score in the boilers. They also collect and deliver more gears. Human players located behind the Alliance Station wall deliver gears and recycled fuel to robots through the loading stations. Steam pressure builds as fuel is added to the boilers. The high boiler produces more steam per unit of fuel than the low boiler. The more fuel scored in the boiler, the higher the steam pressure climbs. Alliances earn points for the amount of steam pressure built, and pressure over a certain level earns an additional bonus. Each airship has 4 rotors with some gears missing. Oh dear. Gears delivered to the airship lifts are retrieved by the airship pilots, who then place them in the gear train to engage and spin up the rotors. Each rotor requires an increasing number of gears to become engaged. Points are awarded for each airship rotor turning by the end of the match. Airships spinning all 4 rotors also earn an additional bonus. Towards the end of each match, pilots deploy ropes for their robots to climb aboard. Alliances earn points for each robot secured aboard the airship by the end of the match. Be prepared. It takes time for the boilers to process fuel for the airships. Fuel put in the boiler near the very end of the match may not get processed before the airship takes off. The alliance with the highest score at the end of the match earns the win. Ready your robot, fly your banner, and prepare to take flight with this year's first robotics competition, First Steamworks! Ha ha!
Well, we are ready to take any questions that you may have. If we didn't cover any type of learning solutions that you are interested in, you're free to ask us, and we'll try to answer some questions for you. So,
Ben, could you talk a little bit about how much time your team spent on the robotics competition? And then also talk a little
video you saw, along with a 200-page game manual, was released in this winter. And from that day, teams all around the world have 6.5 weeks to build their robots. And so during that time, the most dedicated teams will go their school day, and then right after that for 5 or 6 hours, all meeting and building. My team, which was a rookie this year, we didn't quite go that much time, but 5 or 6 extra, or 4 hours after school, most every weekday, along with Saturday builds. And then the competitions are multi-day events, so I'd be out of school Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Competition would still be going Saturday, and Sunday we would come home. So if I was still, I didn't have the assistive technology, it's still taking so long to do all my reading and homework, I wouldn't be able to be in these kind of things. And while I was at the World's Competition in St. Louis, I met with one of the members of the Iowa STEM Advisory Council, and just getting to talk to all the judges and the professionals that work in engineering and other related fields. I've got a nice stack of business cards now from this event. I was towards the end, the official role was lead builder. So, we had our robot. It had to get designed, and then parts ordered, and then all that got assembled. And so, I was part of the design, and during competitions, things will break, and so I was the one that kept fixing the robot when something would fall off, or wheels would get out of alignment or something. There's one picture that has me on my back underneath the cart, which is the robot sitting on with it hanging over. So we'd be working on something on the other side of the robot.
With Kurzweil and Reading Michael, yes. I want to say definitely all of the major languages, such as German, Russian, Spanish, French,
with the school district, starting to get extended time in place for things, but the actual tech didn't start until 10th grade when I was up at Valley. And from 10th, 11th, 12th grade, I had the full iPad provided with keyboard, Notability, Read Iris, Clear PDF, voice stream.
I had a question. You said you were kind of the lead developer in terms of building the robot and things broke. You were the one that kind of helped put it back together. Did you take some classes to actually learn that, or did you do it on your own at home? How did you get those skills?
Well, we've got, through Valley, I've taken their Principles of Engineering Design and Introduction to Engineering Design programs, along with a architecture class through Project Lead the Way. So those taught like inventor skills and basic design process, but as far as like an actual like physical engineering course there, I have not taken any of those yet.
And I'm guessing from the experiences you had in those classes, having an opportunity like through the robotics competition, that it helped you figure out how to apply those things outside the classroom. Have you had, this is, the robotics competition you started this year, correct?
Yeah.
Have you done others in the past?
Yes, I did the first tech challenge, which is the step down from this. These were robots that have $4,000 cap on them. Big, like I think the dimensions were 2 feet by 3 feet and 2.5 feet tall. The FTC is an 18-inch cube. So I've done that program for the last 4 years as well.
Well, first, thank you, Ben, for bringing the first job. My question, maybe one of the more difficult people, you have to network with an iPad, you have to automate those capabilities,
Notability is stored within the app. I did run into a problem. I was winding down this year that over the last 3 years I'd taken so many notes and so many recordings that the 16 gig iPad was getting full. So I did have to back everything up to the cloud and start deleting stuff. But even then, I still have if I knew ahead of time that I would need something, I could download it back to the iPad. Yeah.
And the thing about Notability, if I can add also, is it's Google-based, and so you can send it to Google Docs and house it there also, and then access it from any, if, for example, you ran out of battery on your iPad, you can access it from any other device as well. So, especially if it's stored in Google Docs, and not only are you saving space on your iPad or on your device, but you can access it from any other device and print it out also.
Ben, is your iPad that you used from high school going with you to college, or talk a little bit about how you're making that transition?
So we had the school iPad, and that's Valley High School property, so that's not going with me. So I've got this new iPad Pro, which I'm demonstrating with, and I'm also getting a actual laptop from Iowa State, because they've got all their engineering software programs are going to need the full iPad or laptop computer. So both of those and Careers Well program should be on either of them. I'll have flexibility whether on how I access